Meet Debra,
Hi, my name is Debra. I'm from Texas.
a 52-year-old teacher living in Houston, Texas.
My goal at the end of this is to put intention into my style.
Debra has been hiding behind a wardrobe filled with big, baggy, oversized clothes since she was 11 years old.
Starting from the age of 11 on, I subconsciously made myself look unattractive for safety reasons. It was to protect myself.
Debra admits she's never had much respect for the significance of style.
I believe that style was trite and trivial. Because I had that foundational belief, I wasn't able to see myself.
However, she's starting to realize that what she's hiding behind these baggy clothes are a lot of painful memories.
It's like I'm paying the price for something that is not my fault.
The question is Debra willing to push past the pain so she can emerge in a style she can stick to?
Style is not a superficial, trivial thing. It is how you represent yourself.
Or will she grab those baggy clothes and go back into hiding?
I wear the same thing over and over and over. So you'll see pictures and I'm like in the same clothes.
Find out in this week's episode of the Style Therapy Makeover Experience. Welcome to the Style Therapy Makeover Experience. In this series, I found 10 deserving women, gave them a copy of my book, Style Therapy, and let them go to town documenting their style transformation. This series will show you what's possible when you have the right tools, the right attitude, and the willingness to do the work to transform yourself from the inside out. Before we get to today's episode, I would like to thank Sanctuary Clothing, who was cool enough to give all of the ladies gift cards so they could shop for their big reveal. If you're looking for comfortable, casual, stylish, and affordable clothing, check out sanctuaryclothing.com. In today's episode, we are going to follow Debra along her 30-day style transformation. I am real excited about this one. Let's see how Debra did.
Hi, my name is Debra. I'm from Texas, and I wanted to do this challenge because I wanted to up-level basically, or as the kids say, glow up. The trajectory has been starting from the age of 11 on, I subconsciously made myself look unattractive. And then as time went on, it wasn't clothes or, it became weight. And so all of those were ways to kind of be hidden. It helped me become hidden because it was for safety reasons. It was to protect myself because of the unwanted attention I received. It's like I'm hurting myself to be safe from others who should be the ones paying the price. It's like I'm paying the price for something that is not my fault. I'm not paying the price for that anymore. Secondly, not only are you hurting yourself psychologically, you're hurting yourself physically because, after a certain weight, for me, I started having health challenges. It's working through that.
It's week 1 and Debra is about to go through the 7-day selfie challenge coupled with all of the amazing journaling prompts, and she's going to go through the ultimate wardrobe checklist. Now, Debra describes the 7-day selfie challenge as sobering, and I get it. Here's the magic of the 7-day selfie challenge. When you go through it, you think, I'm just taking selfies. But when you really see exactly what's going on, the ahas. She had a big moment and realizes what she thought was the issue with her style wasn't the issue at all. So let's take a look. It's a good one.
All right, this is week 1 of the style makeover, and it was very sobering for me. I realized that I still use clothes to hide under. At first, I thought it was more about weight, and now I realize it's less about that than just having a subconscious mind not to be seen. So that was very sobering. Secondly, the wardrobe checklist. I realized I have nothing.
I think I was downplayed a lot, but I didn't make the connection. I didn't make the connection until I was reading the Style Therapy book, that maybe some of that is because of how I present myself. I don't have a problem with beauty, but I value intellect. And so I think other people should too. And that's not necessarily the case. Not at all. I have been teaching for nearly 20 years. And I went to a new school. They thought I needed a coach. Someone coaching me who literally hadn't been certified as long as I had been in the subject. When they approached me with it, they were shocked at my response, because that's what happens. Usually the downplaying is that I think I come across as meek. And then when they cross me, they realize, oh my God, she's crazy. Yes. With the Style Therapy book, I recognize, it's how I'm representing myself. I was obese, and so I've taken off a good 50, 60 pounds now. I didn't grow up big. And so if you're accustomed to shopping in a certain store, and then now all of a sudden you have to go to another store, I'm not downgrading anyone, but that wasn't my reality. And so I just wouldn't go to the store. And then I wear the same thing over and over and over. So you'll see pictures and I'm like in the same clothes years later. So I wasn't aware that I was avoiding stores. And I think the reason was just because I would fill the time with something else. So either it was eating, or it was, reading a book, knitting, playing Sudoku. So I would replace it. I think my thoughts were, that's trivial. Why do I need to, go shopping? So I have a big thing where I do budgeting. I write down everything I spend money on. And I was like, in the 2 years I've been writing things down, I have never put money for shopping. Now I'm spending money on it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I have never budgeted for shopping at all. And I mean, when I say years, I'm not exaggerating. It's years. That, is significant, because I do like looking nice. When I was preparing my doing my hair, preparing my list of things to get and all that, I was excited. I found these white jeggings, and I was like, oh my God, this will go with my outfit. So, I'm excited about it. It makes me feel noticed. That also comes with the downside to it. When you develop early, as a younger child, and you get noticed earlier in life than you're prepared for, you do things to avoid that. And that was a part of me downplaying. So it wasn't just the weight. When I was younger, I always looked much older. When men are coming on to you, that's very off-putting. And so that kind of stayed with me. One part of the book in Style Therapy, it says something about, you wearing really big clothes so that you're not noticed. So when we did the 7-day challenge, the selfie challenge, whoa, I had no clue. All of my clothes, I'm like drowning in them. I didn't know. And I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, everything I wear is way too big. The attention men gave me at a very young age affected me. And I remember a story, my best friend, her mother said to me, we were 12, Debra, you intentionally do things to make yourself look ugly. Because at the time, it wasn't weight. It was, I would physically do, I had these huge glasses and a mushroom head that it was just horrible. Even for the 80s, it was horrible. And so I had an incident the year before when we were 11, but we're walking down the street, and these men in a white Cadillac literally were on the street catcalling me and asking me who my John was. Of course, I didn't know what that was, but I knew enough to know, let me run and hide. And I remember because I used to love tube tops. Oh my God. That was my tube tops were my top. And I had on little white shorts because this was like the 70s, 80s. Everybody wore tube tops. Everybody wore shorts. So, and oh my God, it scared the lights out of them because they literally looked for me for like 30 minutes. I remember hiding in the store for like half an hour. And after that, the Style Therapy book is helping me work through that in the sense that I have to recognize that, first of all, I can't dim my light forever because of other people's responses. Secondly, I do know how to keep myself safe because I can whoop if I need to, but even still, you don't want to have to do all that.
It's week 2, and that means Debra is about to clear her path. She's going to get all these pesky little style roadblocks out of the way so she can emerge as a woman who dresses well and has an incredible sense of style. Y'all, I'm here for it. I'm actually really proud of how Debra approached week 2. It's always a challenging week to really see all of these roadblocks laid right in front of your face, but the way that she takes this information and breaks it down and really enjoys the sense of clarity that she gets, I think it's quite beautiful. Let's take a look.
Week 2 is all about clearing your roadblocks. And I think this is the week that probably sets Style Therapy apart from the other style books because it goes into your limiting beliefs. And what I discovered about myself was that I believe that style was trite and trivial. And because I had that limiting belief, and it was unconscious, I didn't realize it, because I had that foundational belief, I wasn't able to see myself. So I wasn't able to see that I was wearing clothes that were not flattering, that I was wearing the same thing over and over and over again, that I didn't, take time to, purchase. I didn't buy any clothes. A lot of the clothes I had were clothes that my sister would just like sneak in my closet because I wouldn't buy anything. So I think it helped me really, this week has really cleared the way for me to now kind of figure out what my style is. And so it helped me because I didn't realize that I was wearing ill-fitting clothes. So I believe this week has really been eye-opening for me. It has, and it's set the stage for me to now actually build a style.
A part of this journey is that when you're self-actualizing and you're working to be the highest expression of yourself, you have to recognize where your blocks are. And so that's been a block that I could bury underweight. Now delving into my physical style within the Style Therapy book, it helps me unleash that block. Because I'm not going to, when we did the activity on whether you're spend a lot or don't spend a lot, don't spend a lot. And I'm not going to experiment spending a lot of money trying to find my style. So with this template, now I know, okay, I need this, I need that. So I'll know what to do now.
It's week 3, Style Awakening week, and this is where Debra gets to do a lot of the fun stuff related to her style. We already got through the selfies and the roadblocks. Now it's all about creating a vision for her future life and her future style. So she's going to be making vision boards, drafting her dress code, creating a shopping list, developing her style type. It's a fun week, and Debra seems to be here for it. She seems to be doing the work. Let's see how much she did and how well she did during week 3.
Week 3, starting with day 15, is all about goal setting, setting your vision, setting your intention for your style. Having a vision and an intention, in my thinking, makes things doable. And it helps you to create professionally. I'm an educator. When I think about my style, it's I like feminine style, but flattering, but also very functional. So what does that look like? So I did a lot of looking at Pinterest, where they have these teacher wardrobe capsules to kind of get an idea of how to set up my outfits in my wardrobe. That is more of a casual look, but still I would like to keep it feminine. So I tend to lean towards dresses, wearing a lot of dresses. And a lot of my style, I think in that sense, is a homage to my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, who died when she was 92 and never wore anything other than dresses. The virtual shopping spree. The virtual shopping spree is when we pick one of the expensive stores online and just purchase anything we want. And so I chose one of the outlets, and I think my shopping bag got up to 50 grand, I think it was. What was interesting about that was I didn't recognize that I kind of had a little negative energy about going to high-end stores. And you know, that harkens back to like when you feel there's lack, and then also worthiness. It brought me back to what I think has always been my style. And it's been simple, functional, and feminine. And so this was my virtual shopping images. And so I do vision boards just personally anyway. And I'm not a planner girl in the sense like what you see on the YouTube videos, but I have a planner and I decorate it like every week. I realize my style type is eclectic. It's like a mashup, a mix of different styles. And so I resonate with eclectic warrior, upgraded bohemian, and subtle sexy. I think those styles speak to me because I recognize that I like statement pieces. So I think that's where dresses come in, because you know, it's just one simple piece. I used to travel a lot, lived abroad for some years, and I love the simpleness of how women dressed. I was in West Africa, and so you know, when you talk about a style uniform, they have one. I liked the African pieces, kente cloth. I would wear those like accent pieces, like as a belt. I have pictures when I was like in college. Style icons, I don't know that I have one particular, but I do lean towards women who have aged flawlessly, like Halle Berry, Sandra Bullock, J-Lo, because it seems like, you know, even through the decades, they haven't missed a beat. I hope I'm saying her name right, Iris Apfel. I think she's like 99, she may be 100 now. And she said something that really stuck with me. It says, personal style is curiosity about oneself. So since professionally I'm often sitting around, especially this year with the pandemic, doing a lot of virtual teaching, I am sitting. So my clothes have to be functional, but at the same time, you still want to look halfway decent. It's, you know, finding both fashionable and functional clothes. I have dresses, like midi dresses. Also, I'll wear leggings or jeggings. Then my social style uniform is feminine dresses, skirts, statement bottoms. You know, I love going to festivals, hanging out, and taking classes. I love to learn. Shoes-wise, sandals, flip-flops, espadrilles. And then earrings, I tend to like earrings like this. Closet cleansed, again, another one. And it was amazing. I was able to find more things to purge. But what I liked about this one is that if it's something you want to purge, you take it out of your closet, but you don't get rid of it right away. You hold on to it, I think, for a few months. If you still want to give it away, then. And so I found myself, I gave it away anyway, because there were things I hadn't really worn, you know, and when I put them in the bag, in the maybe bag, it wasn't like I went back to them and was like, oh, I want to know. Most of those I donated. It made me recognize that I had to get myself ready. So I had to prep myself to figure out what my style is. I had to do some excavating. And so I think I have gotten a style that I really feel represents and resonates with me.
I deserve to look well. It's something I deserve. It's not something that it's external. And I realize I appreciate when people put their best foot forward. So, you know, I like to see when people put effort into their look. So it's the same thing for me. But I feel like it's a worthiness and a deserving to show up well in the world. I deserve to look nice, just like, you know, anybody else. And it doesn't mean I have to break the bank, but I mean, sister can put a little $50, $100 on something and get a little shoe or something like that. I mean, I love shoes. I've forgotten how much I love shoes. A good shoe, yeah. I think Lupito, I can't pronounce her last name well, but the way she dresses when she won that Oscar, it really stuck out to me because I was like, she's a fabulous actress, but her style is what really put her to the next level to me, because she wore colors, very vibrant colors, especially for a darker skinned Black woman. She wears very vibrant colors, and it just, you know, it just highlights the fact that she is such a fabulous person. It's like the icing on the cake.
It's week 4, your signature style. This is the final week in Debra's style transformation. During week 1, Debra took the selfies, she did the deep journaling prompts to figure out exactly where she's starting and where she wants to go. During week 2, blasted through all of those nasty style roadblocks that were holding her back. Week 3, style awakening. We did all of the heavy lifting to get her to where she is today. Now Debra can shop, she can put together outfits, and she can put those finishing touches on her signature style. Again, I'm really proud of the work that Debra did and the insights that she's picked up along the way, because in my eyes, she is very clear on how she wants her signature style to be. Now, she admits her past bias against style kind of tripped her up a little bit, but I think she navigated through that with style and grace. Now, you be the judge. Let's check out her week 4 footage.
Week four. It's all about now kind of pinpointing what my signature style is. And I'll say I struggle with that because, as I said in weeks prior, that, you know, because I had a bias against style, I never knew what my style was or cultivated that. But what through all of the purging and all that of clothes, I did realize my style is simple. Is that I tend to like simple, flattering clothes that are really, I lean towards dresses, and I think that's a homage to my paternal grandmother, who lives to be 92 and never wore pants ever in her life. You know, sometimes when I look at old films, maybe in the 40s and 50s, how women wore dresses, how it looks like they were always dressed up all the time, whereas now it's almost the complete opposite, where we're always dressed down. Well, I know my style is, it's simple. I lean towards more feminine, but non-fussy clothes. And then, of course, I recognize everything is about fit. So I had to believe what I see. So if I like something on the hanger, but then I see it on and it's not flattering, I need to believe that that it really isn't flattering. How it looked on the hanger is not. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look the same on me. So I had to start with undergarments because as I think it's called, I'm chesty, kind of buxom. And so I recognized that everything hinges on that. And so I started with that first. I had a bra fitting, and it was amazing, the difference that with the right type of bra, how the difference it made in my clothing, how clothes fit me. So I think really my signature style is just simple, feminine. I'm a teacher, so professional, but it has to be casual and simple enough that, if I have to bend over or if I have to stretch up, and I'm not showing body parts. And, in my personal life, I tend to just laze around a lot. So, and then I live in Texas, so it's warm most of the time, with the exception of that winter. So I like things that are easy to put on, easy to take off, and they're flattering. Cultivating my style will be ongoing because I love shoes. I will go into a store and literally pick what I like. I don't look at the price tags. I just pick what I like because I don't want to be swayed thinking, oh, because it's expensive, it's this, or if it's, not expensive, it's this. It's literally what I like. And then once I try it on, if it flatters me, then I'll get it. The 22nd day, we go shopping. So I lean towards like Banana Republic, a J. Crew, Macy's, or Nordstrom's. If I go to those stores, I make sure I walk through the higher end areas just to compare the fabric, because I recognize now that has a lot to do with fit. So I know we got a gift card to Sanctuary. So I ordered some leggings from them, and it's a big difference in the quality. Huge difference. I didn't know leggings could feel like that. Well, my overall experience with Style Therapy. I'll be honest, when I got in the challenge, I didn't really have many expectations, good or bad. I was neutral on it. But I wasn't expecting this type of experience, in the sense that it was in a sense soul searching, where it helped me recognize limiting beliefs I had that I didn't recognize before. Also, how other people perceive me. It's interesting because my colleagues at work, they're just like, oh my God, Debra, I can't believe you, just going on and on and on. So it's kind of interesting. But what I think overall is that what I recognize is that style is a form of self-care. And as the cliche goes, self-care is not selfish. Self-care is more like self-compassion. And in this pandemic that seems to be ongoing, like forever, it's nice to have something that helps lift my spirits, and it's something for me, it's how I choose to represent myself into the world. I would definitely say this has been beyond positive, that I'm very glad that I applied for it and got accepted. Thank you, Lauren. And that I took the commitment seriously to dive into the book, and I just think anybody who does, they'll find it being a very positive experience.
Well, Debra did it. She finished her 30-day style transformation, and I'm over here just giddy and glowing, because what I love best about what I get to do for a living is when women come to me because they're like, oh my gosh, my style is trash. Maybe I should do something about this. And then they do the work and they get those aha, life-changing, soul-searching moments that are even better than any external transformation ever in the world. Like the feelings that you get when you unearth the shit that's been holding you back, not only in your style, but in your life. When you get that, you're like, oh, that's better than any cute outfit in the world. And it makes me so happy. That is why I do what I do. That is why style therapy exists. It's an internal and an external transformation. And I hope that everyone who goes through the book gets those soul-searching moments that Debra experienced and that so many of the other women who went through this journey experienced as well. That is what does it for me. No cute outfit, although those are fun too. These moments where you just really understand who you are, and then you get to show up as that woman through your appearance. And then you could basically take over the world. You can do whatever you want with total style confidence. So thank you, Debra, for doing the work. I'm really proud of you. I'm really excited for you. And I can't wait to see how your style and your life progresses when you join us inside of Style Confidence Collective, because you get a 1-year membership for putting it all out there for everyone to see. So thank you, Debra, and I'll see you inside SCC. Now, if you are ready for your style transformation, then please pick up a copy of my book, Style Therapy. It is available anywhere books are sold. Grab a copy, get to work on that style transformation, and be sure to tune in next week as we follow another woman on her amazing style journey. Thanks, everybody.